Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're talking AAVE, ticker symbol AAVE. As a disclaimer, this is not investment advice. This is just a research video that I put together meant to be educational as well as entertaining. I'm going to drop us into a few different news clippings and articles surrounding some protocol and some recent news. And then we're going to take a look at the chart. Thank you for your time. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. It really helps people find the channel. Please enjoy.
You can earn passive interest on your digital assets. With AAVE, you can lend and borrow cryptocurrencies through an easy, secure DeFi protocol. Lenders deposit tokens and receive an interest-earning representation called A tokens. Deposit USDC and receive AUSDC. Deposit DAI and receive A DAI. You can withdraw your assets at any time. The interest earned on A tokens will vary based on market supply and demand. Deposits sit in a global liquidity market, meaning that when demand is high, interest rates increase. This all happens automatically, without having to actively manage or monitor your position. With AAVE, you can take out a loan by depositing collateral to borrow any supported assets. Repay the loan, along with any incurred debt, to unlock your original deposit. With passive interest paid in real time, it's no wonder AAVE has aggregated billions of dollars in deposits to date. Head over to aave.com to get started today.
Okay, so what is AAVE? Decentralized loans in different cryptocurrencies. AAVE is a decentralized money market running on the Ethereum blockchain that enables users to lend and borrow a range of crypto assets. AAVE distinguishes itself by the range of cryptocurrencies in which users can take out loans and by letting lenders earn passive income on the funds they make available for borrowers. The AAVE protocol's passive income function is based on a second type of token known as the A token, issued at a 1-to-1 ratio upon the deposit of assets into AAVE's liquidity pool. A tokens are characterized depending on the cryptocurrency deposited and burned upon payback. Flash loans. In addition to facilitating loans in a variety of cryptocurrencies, AAVE also offers a flash loan service. Flash loans draw on the unused liquidity within the pool to allow borrowers to take out uncollateralized loans and then return the loan as part of the same transaction with a 0.09% fee. Flash loans are intended to borrowers to capitalize on short-term financial opportunities in crypto markets, leveraging price differences with fast trading activity within the time it takes to add a single block to the chain. If a loan is not paid back within the same block, the transaction is reverted and funds returned. AAVE was designed to act as a completely secure and decentralized ecosystem of borrowers and lenders, offering access to users all over the world and allowing lenders to earn passive interest income on assets they contribute to the liquidity pool. Beyond its native DeFi purpose, AAVE is open source, which expands its functionality by enabling the development of a variety of third-party applications on the Ethereum network. To date, AAVE has partnered with a number of developers, including Axie Infinity, Pixelcraft Studios, Balancer. The outlook for AAVE. AAVE's future objectives include a goal to allow anyone to develop and deploy their own money market on the Ethereum blockchain. AAVE has released a list of parameters in order to ensure that market creators develop their markets in accordance with the AAVE risk policies. AAVE also intends to complete the transaction to a fully decentralized autonomous organization, otherwise known as DAO or DAO, a process that involves the gradual ceding of network control to the AAVE stakeholder community. Now that we know a little bit about it, let's jump into some news clippings and articles.
As news out of China from the vice premier called for a crackdown on Bitcoin mining. This kind of follows like a similar narrative we've been seeing for the last few weeks, most notably with Elon Musk tweeting about Bitcoin mining's energy consumption. But now we have more news out of China that the vice premier there is calling for a crackdown on both trading and mining of cryptocurrencies. This follows news earlier in the year where China moved all the miners out of Inner Mongolia to different provinces just because they don't want to have a large reliance on coal mining going forward, just because of like the greater urgency around the world to address climate change. So pretty interesting news. The market reacted very swiftly to this. I think it's worth noting, and I'll pass this off to Zach for a little bit more information on it, but there's just been a lot of China Bitcoin miner bans over the years and China Bitcoin trading bans over the years. They happen almost every bull market, but this one has somewhat of a note of difference. But I'll let Zach jump into that.
Yeah, for sure. So there's been a lot of China news recently, some of it new, some of it reiteration of old policy that's been around for a while. The markets have been spooked by it pretty severely the last couple times. I think we're seeing more of that today. Interesting that observers in crypto Twitter are calling this one a bit more notable to pay attention to. The inner workings of who is making these announcements and how often has more bearing on the announcements themselves in the Chinese context. So, some informed observers are sort of pointing it out this morning that this is certainly worth keeping an eye on. Would be really interesting to see what gets executed here. I mean, again, much of Bitcoin's hash rate is situated in China, and if there was an overhaul to what was allowed to occur in that region, I think that would be a very major story for Bitcoin going forward. I'm going to kick this back to you, Will. I mean, you really do have a front row seat on some of this these mining developments. What does this mean? Does this mean that people start thinking about where their operations are situated? Does this mean that they just need to start thinking about their governmental relations a little bit more clearly? What's the move within the mining community this morning as we hear more reports out of China that suggest a crackdown could be coming?
Yeah, some great questions. And the way I like to think about it is it kind of depends on your time frame. So short term versus long term, we have different implications here. In the short term, it could be the case that a lot of miners have to move out of China. And that would, in the short term, hurt the hash rate of Bitcoin. That would decrease necessarily. But long term, it actually might be beneficial for Bitcoin's greater image. There's a huge push around the world just to be more ecologically friendly. And just the Chinese mining sector is not that. There's provinces such as in the south in Sichuan where well over 70% of the electricity in that area is from hydro. But during the off seasons, during the non-rainy seasons of the year, most of the Bitcoin mining hash rate comes from coal power plants, which of course is not great for the environment. There is right now kind of a renaissance in the North American mining sector. There's a lot of these old power facilities kind of booting back up. There's also a lot of dependencies now on hydro and wind and solar in the US and Canada. And so long term, I think that's kind of where things happen. You might see a lot of shipments of miners coming over to the US and Canada long term.
Okay, let's take a look at this article from Park Telegraph. AAVE coin price prediction. Will AAVE hit $1,000 by the end of 2021? This article came out in early March. So, obviously, take things, try not to be completely closed-minded because sometimes these price predictions and articles that come out, they just get, in the medium term, short term, it can kind of just go very south whenever you hear about this. But let's just jump into the article. And according to the price analysis of a trader, AAVE had been operating in a descending channel formation of which it broke out of the upside in March. Per the trader, AAVE is heading upwards with various exponential moving averages as supporting levels. The coin is also bound to face strong resistance levels in the near future, with the closest at the Fibonacci level of 0.114, which lies parallel at the price level of 536. Various rebounds are expected at this resistance level, and a successful break can result in the target price of $600. If AAVE is able to hit the target price approximated by the trader, it has the potential to touch the 1,000 mark by the end of the year. Now, just before we continue on with the article, when we jump into my chart, I talk about that 600 level where, and then how we get there and the certain more recent levels that used to be support, they are now resistance, and we must conquer them, right? So coin price forecast has very optimistic outlook for the future of the cryptocurrency. Per their forecast, AAVE is set to have a price level of 3,766 by the end of the year, while the 5-year forecast predicts AAVE to have a price of 44,000. Long forecast 2 predicts that the cryptocurrency will have a price of $1,000 by the end of 2021. Is this possible? As cryptocurrencies move toward mainstream adoption, Investors, both small scale and giant firms, began to explore alternatives to the king and queen of the cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and the likes have moved out of the reach of the small investor, and hence interest in altcoins like AAVE is increasing. Grayscale, the asset management firm, has also expressed interest in the cryptocurrency. The firm is exploring the creation of new products on the blockchain of AAVE, which we know it's on the Ethereum protocols, right? But with ETH 2.0 right around the corner, and if you're able to now, like I'm staking my ETH on 2.0, it's just a matter of time as I see it. I'm bullish on AAVE. I'm bullish on Ethereum. They kind of go hand in hand. I know they're not the same thing, but if you believe in one, you might as well believe in the other. At least that's my opinion. So that's what I got for the news article. Let's jump into the charts. Okay, we are here on my trading view taking a look at AAVE on the 30-minute chart, and just want to bring to some attention regarding the FIB levels, the Fibonacci retracement levels, and I'm still bullish, of course. However, we see that these once levels of support have drastically become now levels of resistance, and it's just safe to say really that until we can establish and get above this level right here, or around the 400 413 maybe, if we can start to trade north of here and maybe start to consolidate there, then I can see where we can make these levels of support again. But until then, I would like to see just some, create a floor right here on the bottom of this level, right? And this is why we have this level here. It has indicated that at its most bearish, perhaps there's still some more selling off to do. Perhaps there's still some more downside. But again, anything can happen. Let's get this level of support just over the 400 level. And then let's get back up there, huh? Let's get back up to over 600, and who knows how long that'll take. But I mean, if you liked it over where it's currently at in the threes, then any time, any movement or any price level below, I'd say this 500 for the high 490s level is a great buying opportunity. So that's my chart. All right, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It helps people find my content, my channel. If there is another company, ETF, IPO, or another cryptocurrency that you would like for me to research, just drop it in the comment section below, and I will get to it as fast as I can. Y'all have a good night. Take care.